Happy Friday to you and happy cleaning day. That's what it is here in my house. I have just finished sorting laundry. I have a couple of laundry tricks that I'm going to be trying today. One is I have a shirt that I got, I think it was tinted sunscreen on. I washed it and I still have that spot on there. So I'm going to share with you a trick that I've seen and we're going to find out if it actually works. And then I don't know about you, but for some reason, there are some white clothes that even if you use one of those Shout color catchers, they still end up grabbing some of the color, like they kind of look a little dingy. So another trick that I'm going to be trying today, I think I've seen something with the use of white vinegar. Otherwise, I'm just going to take you throughout my day. I'm going to try not to make this real boring because I know you all have your own cleaning to do and you're like, well, this is really entertaining to watch, right? But I'm just going to share with you a few little snippets throughout my cleaning, let you know what I do usually on a weekly basis, and share a couple of products and tips along the way. So now that I've got everything sorted, I'm going to get the first load started, which is my sheets, because, you know, that's the first thing, the most important thing we got to make sure we get done today because we need to go to bed tonight. This sweater sitting up on top here, see how grayy, yellowy, dull that looks? And I've only washed it once and that's what happened. So this is one sweater in particular I want to see if I can brighten up. Every week I do hand wash my silk pillowcase with a little bit of Woolite. But before I do that, we're going to try to get this dot of tinted, I think it's tinted sunscreen right here out of my sweatshirt. I've washed this already and I thought I had spot checked it as well, but we're going to try this trick. What you do is use just one drop of dish detergent, and I'm pretty sure I've used the green before, and then you take your fingernail and work that soap into the fibers to break up that makeup. This works great on foundation. If you've ever gotten foundation on your clothes and washed them and thought it's never gonna come out, this actually works. So I'm just gonna work it in, and you gotta use your fingernail to work it in. And then after I wash it, we'll have the after. We'll find out if this actually worked. Out and do probably my least favorite thing of all, and that is shake the rugs. Do any of you all still shake rugs? I know that seems like such an old-fashioned thing to do, but personally I don't know how you get throw rugs clean unless you shake them. So that's what we're doing. This is one reason why I don't feel like I need to work out on cleaning day, because it's a workout. Shaking rugs, vacuuming, all the back and forth, right? Right? Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is late October and we are now getting full blooms again. The extreme heat is dying down and my roses are loving it. Okay. Well, now let's not be distracted. We have work to do. Next project is the kitchen. And you can see there's a few extra things out on the counters. So I will just put those things away. It's not too bad. right, the amazing cleaning product I want to share with you is Magic Stainless Steel. If you have stainless steel appliances, this is amazing. I don't know if you can tell, I just cleaned this about a week ago. It's really hard to tell. You can't see the water stains that have already started, but when we first bought our house, I thought this was permanently stained. And then I found this and it is magic. Let me show you. I like to use a paper towel for the first. You just wipe it on in the direction of the stainless. And it is already like all of those marks were removed. And then go over it with just a dry cloth to polish. Look at that. Isn't that just, oh my goodness. I know it's hard to tell, but it removed all of the water stains and everything right there. So this is definitely your friend if you have stainless steel appliances. All right, kitchen is clean. Yay. Even the stove got wiped down. I find it easiest just to do it on a weekly basis, right? Now we need to go into this disaster. It's not too bad. It just is, this is the other area where I collect a lot of stuff because we have mail here. We also have, when I get PR packages or other packages, yeah, they collect. So I gotta clear this off and then I will wipe down the chairs and move on to the bathrooms. As I was just getting my coffee, I realized that my coffee maker is due for a clean cycle. This coffee maker, when you turn it on, it will tell you, it's time to clean me. So I'll just show you what I do. So of course you want to remove any of the leftover grounds. And then I just leave the basket in there. I've already cleaned the carafe or washed it out. And now, good old white vinegar. I'm going to fill it, not quite full, but about 10 cups is about what I do. I've read various things and I feel like full strength is better. And then because this one has its own clean cycle, I can just start the clean cycle and it will do it. If you don't have a clean cycle, there's a lot of directions online of how to do it, but we are going to do a cleaning. Time to do a little dusting. Last but not least, time to vacuum the floors with my old school Dyson. Yes, it's one that still plugs into the wall, but we have had this for at least 15 years, maybe even 17 years, and I still love it. Adding about a half a cup of vinegar, white vinegar, to the load of whites is, I think it actually worked. This towel was really dingy looking, and in just one time of doing that, I feel like it's much brighter. The rest of my whites came out nice and bright, and this sweater, while it's not 100% there, it is a ton better. Outfit for the rest of today. All right, we are officially to the best part of Friday, when my cleaning is done and I've had a chance to shower and I've sat down at my makeup table and I have some fun new things to try. So a lot of you wonder what I do if I'm not going anywhere. Do I wear makeup? And today is one of those days. I have nowhere to go. Sometimes my husband and I'll go out on a Friday, but we're not going out today. This is usually my opportunity to try out some new products because just in case things don't go well, oh well, it's no big deal. So a couple of things that I already started with that I've used a few times in the past, but I can't remember what I felt about them. And that is the Alice Mary Skincare. This is the Repair Serum and the Face Moisturizer. Both of these have hyaluronic acid and chamomile in them, but I've used, you can tell I've used a little bit, and I've used the moisturizer a few times, but I can't remember what happened, why I didn't continue. So I've got those on, and then I put on my Paula's Choice sunscreen because that's my normal sunscreen. So I never want to vary my skincare too much if I'm trying some new things, just so I can tell. The moisturizer and the repair serum, they really sink in very quickly, which is nice. They are fragranced though, and so I'm wondering if maybe my skin didn't like that, but we'll find out and see. I have really enjoyed the the face cleanser by that same brand. It has cucumber in it. But the new stuff for today for makeup, yes. Does this look like something else I may have tried and not liked? This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Palette, and this comes in 2 different shade variations. So I got the lighter shade variation. I have, you can see, I've used this once, but it was quite a long time ago, and I need to try it again to refresh my memory. So what we have are contours, some blushes, highlighter, we've got 2 color correctors, and then we have 4 shade options for concealer, foundation, all of that. So I love that you don't have to be so specific and choose one color. You can mix and match them. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna do my eyes real quick and use this palette again. And then I'll hop back on here and do the face portion of my makeup so we can see how this performs. All right, I finished up my eye look, and I had forgotten that I also had ordered the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist color pencil in black, because I've heard this is one of the best for the waterline, especially the upper lash line. So I put it up on my upper lash line and not my lower lash line, and so far I have no transfer, and my contacts don't feel annoyed. So far so good. All right, let's go to our palette. Now normally I probably won't apply these under the eyes, but let's just do it because we have it and we want to see, right? So I'm going to start off with the peach color corrector. And by the way, I'm looking over to the left because I don't have my normal film set up right here. I have my phone over here and my mirror over here. No ring light today. So let's just do a little bit of color correction there. Actually looks pretty good. And then like I have a little spot right here. Let's use that kind of greenish yellow tint. See if that kind of counteracts that. So, you know, green is good for redness, red spots. A couple little spots that have appeared. All right, let's get to the application of a foundation shade. Okay, I just did a little patch of combination. I actually feel like this shade right here might be pretty close to my shade without having to mix another. So I'm just gonna use the Sedona Lace 480 brush. It's a dense brush, soft but dense. And let's just apply a little bit of this. I am not going to be real careful about this application because I want this to be easy, right? If we have something like this, it should be easy to apply and it shouldn't be finicky. So let's see if this one is. Okay, so far, so good. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face, first of all. And I mean, I'm just dabbing my brush in. I'm not like swirling it, but I'm dabbing it in, getting a decent amount of product on the brush and just working it into my skin. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I'll look up close in my mirror here in a second, but I'm gonna take just a little bit, let's see, I'll take that same shade and just tap under the eyes for a little bit of concealing here. Let's just see how this does with the lines under my eyes. All right, that actually covered pretty well. And as I said, on the face, it feels like I'm not wearing anything. Okay, next let's go in with a little bit of contour. As I recall when I used this before, I feel like these were a little warm. I actually think I'm gonna go in with the BK Beauty 107 brush, and let's go in. I'm gonna use maybe those, let's see, we'll start off with the middle shade and then maybe the light one. And yeah, those are pretty warm. So if you want a cool tone contour, you're gonna have to pull that in. These are definitely bronzer shades. So that's the only disappointing thing, but you know, if you're wanting something quick and easy, maybe you don't want a contour. You just wanna add a little bronzer. That blended in really nicely. Okay, now we need some blush. This is the Luxe 522. And our blush options, they do seem kind of similar to each other. I do wish there was greater distinction. One has more pink and one has more peach. So let's go in with the one that has more pink. And let's see how much color we can get. There is a deeper option, as I mentioned. So for deeper skin tones, there are darker colors. And the other thing is each one of these pans pops out. So you can buy a refill or a different color and just place it in there. So that is also a really nice thing. All right, that's pretty. Okay, very natural. Final step is highlighter. Let's see how glowy this is. Not very soft and subtle, but I do like that it has a sheen. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that. I think it's pretty good. Let me pull in a little mirror so I can look up close. Let's just see what the under eyes look like. Actually, they don't look bad. I might need just a little more. Let's use a slightly lighter shade. I'm gonna mix the two. And I've been enjoying doing this, just going in right here on the inside portion of that line, the hollow of my eye, and bringing light there. Do you see how it like made it look flatter? Isn't that cool? Okay, the skin doesn't feel matte, but it does not feel like overly tacky. I am going to set it though. Under the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever HD Finishing Powder. All right, on half of my face, I'm gonna use a setting powder, which is the Beauty Counter one. And then on the other half of my face, I think I'm gonna try the Makeup Forever Finishing Powder, and we'll see if there's a difference. So on my left side, I'm going to try the Beauty Counter. Okay, that looks really pretty. Nice and flawless. I'm gonna flip the sponge over and I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever. I already think I'm going to like the Beauty Counter side better, but we'll let it go through the rest of the day and we'll see. Okay, I am going to finish up the rest of my makeup and then I have a few thoughts about the eyeshadow palette that I'll share with you, and then we'll move on to the next task for today. All right, I fixed my hair, and again, on Fridays, sometimes are the days that I experiment, even with my hair, getting new ideas for tutorials or trying new products. This is the Kenra Matte Texture Putty 10. Even though it says matte putty, I actually feel like this adds some shine to the hair, which isn't a bad thing. It has a really nice, pleasant scent to it, but it does not give me nearly as much hold as Enjoy Dry Wax. Like, it will kind of help give a little textury look to the hair, but yeah, so I've been adding I've tried this out a couple times and every time I have to add a little bit of Enjoy Dry Wax. But here's what I did with my hair today. Kind of fun, you know, just that little swirl thing in the back, and then I did kind of a staggered part here. But let's get back to makeup, and you saw me unbox this Buxom lip gloss. This is the shade Gabby, and it comes in this holiday set limited edition with Celeste, one of my all-time topmost repurchased Buxom lip glosses ever. But I don't know that I've ever tried Gabby, so let's try Gabby. And I do have, by the way, a little bit of the Pat McGrath lip liner. This came in a little travel set. It's a mini, but let's try this. Since this had quite a bit of color, I felt like it needed a lip liner. We are all fancied up, so now we can finish folding laundry, and I need to set up. My friend Chris is coming tomorrow. I'm going to be doing her makeup and hair. We're going to have a little fun practicing. Her daughter is getting married in November, so we're going to do a trial run through. So I need to, now that I cleaned the house today, I need to now pull out all of my makeup artistry kit stuff, set up my table over there. I'll show you that when it's all done, but that's what I'm going to be working on. Also need to run through some music before I get back to work. I wanted to talk about this palette. So this look that I created today, I think you can see, has quite a lot of shimmer and sparkle. What I've noticed about this palette is not all of the shimmers are full-on pigmented shimmers like they are in this palette. This is the Sun-Kissed Glow palette. All the shimmers in here are like super pigmented. You put your brush in or your finger in, instant payoff. These shades are what I would say are glitter toppers. So we're seeing this a lot in palettes, and it's not a bad thing. What I do appreciate is this shade is amazing, and as well as this shade, and those are the top two that I would use the most. But I was really looking forward to these two shades because I love these tones for shimmers, and I'll show you the purpley one. So it's really just a topper. I tried it on its own today and I was like, I'm getting nowhere. So I had to layer a few, and then this is the pink one. So that's the only disappointment so far. I have used a lot. Actually, I've used almost all of the mattes in this palette between the couple days I've been experimenting with it. And those all seem to blend out well. They're pigmented, all of that. It is still a very affordable palette. And like I said, those couple lighter shimmer shades are really nicely pigmented. So it's not like it's a dud, but a couple of the shades are just gonna be toppers. All right, time to get back to work. All right, I'm getting this area ready to do Chris's makeup tomorrow. And as I am pulling out of my closet all of my makeup artistry kit stuff, products, I am super excited because I am going to get to transfer all of this into this amazing makeup train case. If you're wondering what I was doing and you're like, what's going on? I'm sanitizing the eyeshadow palettes that I might use on Chris. I spritzed them with rubbing alcohol, and so now I just leave the palettes open to fully dry, and then I go over them with a clean tissue and just wipe off the top layers. So if you didn't know, that's how you sanitize your eyeshadows. We are all set and ready. I've got more than, of course, what I need. I've got several blush options, several bronzer options, eyeshadow palettes, but that's because we need to figure out what kind of look she wants for this wedding. So everything is all sanitized and ready to go. So tomorrow morning, I just have to get myself put together and I'll be ready. Okay, we're working with just overhead lighting right now. So I'm going to, in a moment, start fixing dinner. Yes, we're back in the kitchen again. But it's the end of the day, and typically on Fridays, my husband and I usually go out, but we're not today. We have some leftover chicken from last night. So I am going to use that chicken to throw together some really easy enchiladas. Now what I'm gonna this chicken in the microwave so it's warm. And then we're gonna start assembling the enchiladas. I've never used this enchilada sauce before, but I love the salsa by 505, and they also have a yummy green chili. First, I am gonna add a little bit of enchilada sauce to the chicken. I'm also going to add a little bit of some sour cream. And now to assemble, I have two different kinds of cheeses here just because I have two different ones open. So I think on the inside, I'm gonna use a little bit of sharp cheddar, and then put in a good healthy scoop, big scoops of chicken. Just a little more cheese. All right, the verdict on the enchiladas was A+. That enchilada sauce was excellent. So 505 enchilada sauce, that brand is, at least in our area, only sold at Walmart. So definitely check it out. It was medium, so it had a little kick to it, but it wasn't too spicy. A little more work to do, a little more relaxation, and that will round out the day. As far as the makeup goes, so far so good. It's only been about 3.5 hours, so obviously it's not a full day wear test, but it's not looking real super shiny or anything. All right, I realized I left you hanging. I have to finish up one final thing today, and that is, did that dot of makeup get out of my sweatshirt? And I just pulled it out of the dryer, so let me flip the camera around so you can see. It is completely gone. Hallelujah. Can't even find any residual anything. So if you ever drop foundation or tinted sunscreen or anything on your clothes, good old Dawn dish soap to the rescue. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. All right, good morning. Happy Saturday to you. And we have beautiful Chris here. We're gonna do some wedding trial makeup and hair. We're gonna have some fun. So I'll film a little bit of it, but I wanted to check in before and then we'll show you the after. And her dress, by the way, is navy blue, and she so smartly dressed in navy, so we can tell how the makeup's gonna look. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, now let's turn this around and let's see if this actually really happens like it does on Instagram, right? We're gonna take out the pencil, and we're supposed to be able to just coax all of these little things down. Yeah, it did not like fall like it was supposed to. Okay, we're on to like style number 3. She decided she would rather have some hair down. Spin, although we already took the hair around. Yes, so we took part of her hair out because she's got to go somewhere else. She's got to go to a different wedding. But I think it looks fabulous. She's feeling a little naked and exposed because her hair is partly up, but I think she should wear her hair up all the time. Beautiful. All right, Chris has left, and I think we have a plan. So now I am just putting away all of the products that I did not use on her, and I am sanitizing products that I did use on her, lip liners and eyeshadow palettes. So I have to do all of that before I put things away. That's the way I like to do it. And then I usually sanitize it again when I pull it out, but always good to do it before things are put away so that you know everything in your kit is sanitized and ready to go. So I just got a phone call. Somebody needs some help with a piano piece. So I'm gonna go take a look at the music and see if it's something that I can do. Of course, they need it by Tuesday. It's Saturday right now, so it's an 8-page song that they need a recording of to use with some vocalists. So I'm gonna go see if I can help out with that. I'm back now from my brief little meeting, and I said I would help out. So we're gonna have a little piano practicing later today and tomorrow. I need to actually record this song for him. So I think it's doable though. But in the meantime, I have had a request to see more of our backyard, and I know I gave you a glimpse yesterday when I went out to shake rugs, but I thought I would just take you out right now. It is supposed to possibly rain this evening, which I am hoping for, but I thought I would take you out. I need to trim a few roses, so I'm gonna do that, just kind of breathe in some fresh air. And then I have an Instagram reel that I'm going to be working on that I need to get up today before we go to dinner and I go to practice. So yeah, just want to go outside and get some fresh air, so let's go. Oh my goodness. And then when you have ants crawling over, ugh, yuck. Okay, hopefully I got them all. Wow. Oh my goodness, there are ants galore on our rose bushes. Oh, my hand is still itching. You know how when you get bugs crawling on you and it's like you just feel like they're everywhere? Like I feel like they're in my hair. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna do a little more trimming, then I'm gonna head back inside. But
hi, Daisy. Hi. What you doing? Oh, give me, Daisy. Come here. Oh, say hi. Say hi. Yeah, that's a good girl. Yes, that's a good girl. Yeah, a good girl. Yeah, he's a good girl. Good girl. Is that your toy or is that Bear's toy? Mm-hmm.
Here I am back at the church practicing, doing a run through. I like to run through all of the music that I'm going to be playing tomorrow. So that's my main priority. I might run through one of the Christmas songs that I'm working on, but I think that's about it because I am dog tired. My husband and I went to Chili's for a dinner. After eating, you know, sometimes it just makes you tired, more tired, but I was up so late last night. So I'm gonna finish up here, do a little more practicing. Practicing, I thought of a question that some of you might have, wondering why on Wednesday I switched between the baby grand piano and the digital piano where I am now. And mainly the reason is because on this piano I can transpose any song into whatever key we need by the push of a button. So on my piano, all I have to do is push this nice little transpose button and choose what key I want it to go down to. And then I play the actual notes that are on the music. But instead of it sounding like a C, it sounds like a B flat. For all of you musicians out there, you might find that interesting. All right, guys, I am done rehearsing, practicing, and I am exhausted. So I am going to head home and I am going to wrap up this vlog for the week. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was fun for me to bring you along through each day, give you a glimpse into my life. As you can tell, every day is very different for me, and it just kind of depends on what's going on how busy things are. But this has been a really busy week, and I know next week is also going to be busy. But I just appreciate each one of you so much. I appreciate you watching. If you missed any of the previous vlogs, I will have a playlist created for you, and I'll link it in the description box below. I will also try in each of the videos to link as many products as I show in each video. So check the description box for all of that helpful information. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.